Hey guys, what's good? Mike here, Laker Talk. Let's talk about Dragan Bender, and I'm going to touch on CP3 as a first team all defender. Are you kidding me? All right, let's touch on Dragan Bender first. I get hit up a lot on Twitter in the comments. People are asking me, Mike, have you seen these rumors about the Lakers potentially taking Dragan Bender with the #2 pick? Okay, I didn't touch on this early because this is bogus. It would never happen, all right? When you look back, Mitch Kupchak was doing his due diligence as a GM because the Lakers had a chance to fall to #3, right? With the #3 pick, Dragan Bender is in play. I'm not going to lie. He's in play because after the first two guys, you know, you don't know who's going to be the best guy out of those guys, right? So that's why Mitch Kupchak traveled to see Dragan Bender play in person. Now, we land the #2 pick, or the #1 pick, we land #2. It is guaranteed to take Ben Simmons or Brandon Ingram. Any NBA professional with the average IQ of you know, how to run a team, they know that you're going to take Ben Simmons and Brandon Ingram, all right? Mitch Kupchak is one of the smartest basketball minds in the NBA. He is not going to pass up on any of those two. Having said that, you got two All-Americans in college. You're not going to pass up on any of those guys for a guy that doesn't even put up big numbers, that's from overseas and whatnot, that could potentially turn into this and that. No. Okay, you're going to take those college stars. #2, those two guys, Ben Simmons and Brandon Ingram, are potentially, have greater potential than anybody else. Dragan Bender or who else, right? You might think Dragan Bender is like a Porzingis or whatnot. You could put Porzingis right now with his talent back in the draft. You're still taking Ben Simmons and Brandon Ingram over Porzingis. All right? So it will never happen. Also, you know what? I read these sources. When I go to, I read one of them. It was from LakerNation.com. Listen, I like Laker Nation because they got a good name and they support the Lakers, but they appear to be some creditable journalistic source. But a lot of their articles are all opinionated. It's all opinion based, all right? It's like me, somebody just giving their opinion, right? So I read one of these articles, there was no sources, it's all opinion. What if the Lakers took this guy over this guy? There was no source leading back to Mitch Kupchak saying anything closely, remotely close to, I'm going to take Dragan Bender, or Dragan Bender is in play with the #2 pick, etc. No. All right, so it's not going to happen. Anyway, let's talk about CP3 a little bit. So yesterday, I'm browsing Twitter and I see first team all defense, and you know, you got your guys. And I see CP3 as first team. I'm like, wait a minute. So I click on it. I'm like, wait a minute. And then I read that he's been first team all defense for the last 6 years. I'm like, wait, timeout. Am I missing something? Because I've been following CP3 since Wake Forest days, right? Just knowing his game. I have never, not an ounce of me thought that he was a good defender, or not, like an above average defender. I never thought of CP3 as this two-way superstar. CP3 is by far one of the best, if not the best guards in the NBA, right? Super fast, offensive game is out of this world. He is a good defender. He's decent, right? He's quick, he's scrappy, he's feisty, he complains a lot on defense, he's very active and whatnot. But first team all defense, there's no one else better than CP3 in defense, in the NBA as a guard. Did they have to pick point guards? I don't know if it was like the first team where, rookie team where, it didn't matter what position you played, but still, let's just say you had to pick a point guard that played better defense. Somebody tweeted me yesterday, was like, Patrick Beverly. I'm like, yeah, Patrick Beverly plays better defense than CP3. Russell Westbrook, right? Just to name two off the bat. Now, I could go through the list, but my point is this. CP3 is not a lockdown two-way guy. Yes, he gets steals and whatnot, and you might look at the plus-minus stat, but like I said, the plus-minus stat is dumb. It's one of the dumbest stats in the NBA. CP3 is average. He's a good defender. He's not a first team all defender. When I look at first team all defense, I look at guys who are lockdown guys, not lockdown guys, but but guys who put in defensive work. CP3 is like this. He'll D you up, and then he'll go for the swipe, and if you make the shot, he'll look for the ball and push the ball up the floor. He's not taking charges. I mean, Derek Fisher was the last guard that I know that played really tough defense. I mean, fought through screens, took charges, really got in your shorts. I mean, Patrick Beverley is similar to that, and what Westbrook used to be that, but CP3 as a first-team all-defender? I mean, come on, y'all. You could have, somebody said, yeah, Marcus Smart. I mean, you could go through the list and try to find guards that are put more of an effort on defense than CP3. I think they just look at steals and him getting steals and how quick he is and all that stuff. And listen, Allen Iverson got a lot of steals, but he was not a lockdown defender. So, I don't know. That was just my little rant. I mean, think about this. You get the average point guard, okay, in college. Let's say you tell him, man, you're going to bring the ball up the court. CP3 is going to pick you up at half court. Okay, CP3, you're going to go up against CP3 and you're going to go up against Russell Westbrook at half court. Each one of them are going to pick you up. Okay, you're going to start with CP3. You think you're going to have a tougher time getting your shot off on CP3 or on Russell Westbrook? Okay, I mean, come on now. I mean, he's 6 foot. Any guard that is 6'3" and above, you think D'Angelo Russell is going to have a hard time getting his shot off on CP3 next year or when he plays him? No. He could post CP3 up. I mean, how can you name a guy, first team all defense, he's 6 feet. You could easily shoot over him. I mean, he's not blocking any shots. He's scrappy. Like I said, he's a good defender. He's fast. Obviously, he's one of the best guards in the league. But defense, come on, y'all. I'm just saying. Anyway, that's my little rant. Hit me up in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts. Thanks for commenting, liking, and subscribing. Follow me on Twitter, guys. We have a lot of fun chatting back and forth between videos on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter at MikeSportsLA. We'll talk soon. Peace.